We back, baby. It's your boy Big Vern coming to you live from the App Stupid Studio. Got an action-packed show lined up for you today. Big 12 Media Day. We'll go ahead and cover that. Deion Sanders, he dropped some gems for you. We'll go ahead and uncover that. Then the SEC Media Day. It's still going on all this week. We got some gems early on. We'll go ahead and get to that. Bradley Beal, he signs an $11 million one-year deal with the Clippers. Why? Honestly, why? Then we'll go ahead and pivot to that, talk some RG3, him, Shaquille O'Neal, and I don't know what he has against Angel Reese, but we'll get into it. These stories and many more. When we come back from a rap break, it's your boy Big Vern. Give me a beat. It's your boy Big Vern coming to you live from the App Stupid Studios. We got another rap album we pushing this month. Smoke DZA, On My Way to Berlin, in stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it's Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites on the LP is For FIF and Broadway. Ooh, my goodness, that song in Spaceships with Mike and Keys. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. That's crazy. Then him and Dave East with Check. I'm a check. Oh wow, that whole setup, just everything, the schemes, the double entendres, them dudes is wild on the mic. Then Crimson, LV Constructs and Fourth Rope Heels. Woo. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 is my song. 10 out of 10 is my song. And an 11-11 with Dom Kennedy. Smoke DZA is playing no games. This LP On My Way to Berlin, trust me. Once you play, just let it play. Let it play. You're going to get there. It's your boy Big Vern. Holla at us. Yeah, Smoke DZA. Shout out to that brother doing his thing. We sitting here live in the studio. Not going to go ahead and hold you. Bradley Beal, he got another contract. And at this point, I just want to know why. Seriously, why? Phoenix, they let this dude go. And he got another deal right out of the gate. And I'm not joking by any stretch of the imagination, but what did you see in Bradley Beal last year that made you say, I gotta have this dude? Whoever his agent is, that dude is a gangster. Beal only played 53 games. And when he did play, he was averaging over 30 minutes a game and he brought in 17 points. That's not even good for a journeyman status. But for some reason, they keep paying this man. And I'll give you another interesting stat. In the last 2 years combined, he's only played 6 more games than Zion Williams. When people bring up Zion all the time, they always use Zion is weightage. What's Bradley Beal's issue? You played 6 more games than Zion, and he's averaged more points than you. Come on. This is insane. And I'm not trying to cheerlead somebody getting a job or somebody not hiring him. That's it. I'm not doing any of that, and I'm not hating on this man, but him and his team has snuck up on management without a mask and a gun. $11 million for 1 year. Even Kawhi Leonard's looking at that like, really? $11 million for 1 year. James Harden with the eye roll. Come on, man. Even Russell Westbrook with the confused face, like, really? You all saw this man as a viable option to get to the Western Conference Finals. Out of 56 games? Get out of here. He was not even a force in Phoenix. What are we talking about? Now listen, Bradley Beal, he's a nice person. He's a great locker room guy. But a valuable piece, that's just not in the cards. And the way his contract was structured off top was gangster. 5 years, 250 million. He had to be moved to Phoenix to play out the remaining 2 years of his contract with a buyout provision, and he used that to go ahead and get him into the Clippers gig. The cherry on top is that there was a no trade clause, so they couldn't get rid of him if they wanted to without his consent. Wow. I'm telling you, without a mask and gun, Tell you what, looking at this, you have to, okay, looking at what the Clippers have done and all of the contracts that they've acquired, you've got to be wondering about the financial health of this organization. We'll get into that when we come back from a quick break. It's your boy Big Vern. Give me a beat. What up, what up, what up? It's your boy Big Vern. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what we do. We got another R&B album. Keke Palmer, Just Keke, in stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites on the track is 125 Degrees. I'm not gonna lie, fellas, Keke get good and messy. Everything from unplanned pregnancies to beefs and phone jealousies and looking through people. Yo, Keke is wild, but the album is good. My Confessions, it was kind of like a take on the Usher song. She went ahead and ran that one back, and from her version, I dig it. I didn't think it was disrespectful where she was trying to cover it, but it was just her confessions. So yeah, that was pretty slick. Exposed was wild, and I want to know is heavy. So if you're not really ready to get into trying to find out some things you really don't want the answers to, don't sit up here and listen to that song. But all in all, I thought it was dope. Why don't y'all check her out? Keke Palmer, Just Keke, in stores now. Shout out to Keke Palmer doing her thing. Just Keke. Boy, Keke Palmer is a sexy woman. Lord have mercy. Let me keep going on in sports. Jesus Christ. So we left off on the other side of the content. We were talking about what is the financial health of the Clippers, because they have a lot of big contracts. So just like you would assume in 2025, 2026, they are over the salary cap. They're over the salary cap for a total allocation of $187 million. However, they are still under the luxury tax threshold. And it's not by much, because the luxury tax is $187.9 million. So they're flying close to the sun on this thing. But their first apron team, because that is at the cap rate of $195 million. And they are at a limit of what is referred to as a hard cap situation of being a first apron team. Now, I didn't know what that was, so I had to do some research. Being hard cap at a first apron means that they can limit a team's ability to sign free agents and make trades. So Bradley Beal was that acquisition that they actually could make, because they have smaller contracts to balance out the bigger contracts. So with Bradley Beal, that's a gamble. And you got to look at what they did in free agency. The Clippers acquired Bradley Beal, of course, after his buyout with the Phoenix Suns. They re-signed James Harden and Nicholas Batum. Additionally, they traded for John Collins from Utah in a 3-team deal. The cost of John Collins' trade right there, that seemed a bit much to me, because it was a 3-team deal. Number one, they lost Norman Powell to Miami. Number two, and then they gave away a draft pick as well. Now, why is that draft pick important? The draft pick is important because the average age of the roster of the Clippers is 27 years old. So they gambled the youth away, or did they? When you have an average roster of 27 years of age and everybody is mainly moving towards that 30 mark, You're either in your prime or you're coming out of a prime. You're either in your prime or you're coming out of your prime if the league is considered to be getting younger, stronger, faster. By those same benchmarks, that's where you are. And so when the trade came about and the John Collins whole acquisition, I was like, oh, wow. They might be giving up too much. But when you look at the drafting prowess of the Clippers, it's actually pretty good. Then it gets weird because the Clippers have 2 draft picks next year. They own their first and second round picks. And like I said, it gets weird. It gets a little wonky here. The Clippers could also have the Grizzlies 2026 pick in the second round, but it's only if that pick falls between 31 and 42. So they will have their eyes glued to the NBA draft, the selection process in 2026, because they could possibly get another pick if Memphis in the second round goes 43rd. Yeah, that's crazy. It gets even more perplexing because the Clippers own the first round pick to the Oklahoma City Thunder, and that pick will go to Philadelphia if it's worse than OKC's and Houston's pick. So again, you're watching with, like I said, you're watching with all you got to see where these balls drop. Pause. You're watching to see where the pieces fall in place. Because if Philly, if the Clippers are going to owe the Thunder a pick, it's because their draft pick in their selection process is worse than Houston and OKC's. However, if OKC and Houston's pick is awful, the pick goes to Philadelphia. Again, there's a lot of moving parts in here. But again, that's why you're here. You're here because I do this. I don't react to TV. TV reacts to me. I bully the algorithm. I don't need perfect attendance on a machine that ain't really fucking with me. If you're a Clippers fan, you know the drill. It's your boy Big Vern. Again, if you are listening to this pod, get in the comments. Let us know that we get it right. What did we leave out? This is Big Vern. We talk back. We'll be back. Top of the hour. This is your boy Big Vern at App Stupid.